The ring general has arrived. The man who ruled NXT with an iron fist and now looks to dominate the main roster.
And representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds,
Question: Gunther has made an immediate impact since his arrival. A truly dominant specimen. And the specimen is ready and average, pleading for the competition. And he puts others to the test. They often come up short. He moves with such a purpose, absolutely no wasted energy. That's because Gunther is saving himself completely for the battle ahead.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
Man, I'll tell you, Dusty Rhodes has seen some wars in his time.
He certainly has, partner, and I've never seen him give less than his all when he steps between those ropes.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
Well, what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that can have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole, let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal? I'll tell you, all the WWE suit, I think someone's looking for a weapon here, Cole. There's not a superstar in a lot. Man, that's why foreign objects are a superstar's best friend.
Well, I guess that depends on which end of the object you're on. Dusty Rhodes is one of the most beloved icons of this industry, and it's not hard to see why.
Hey, that's for sure. This guy...
Oh, my God! Someone's got to stop this!
Don't start getting squeamish on me, Cole. Inflicting pain is the name of the game. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We've both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
These fans certainly are getting a rare treat tonight, seeing the one and only Dusty Rhodes in action.
You got that right there, girly man. This is a one-of-a-kind moment. You gotta tell your grandkids about this one. Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
And you know what, Cole? If you're gonna get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm gonna throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner,
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. It could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time. I think someone's been taking flying lessons, Taz. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Coach, you gotta realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something.
The ring general.
Here comes the head of the table, the tribal chief.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Bloodline, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Here's a man who's held the Universal Championship for over 2 years. Greatness redeemed. A man who has grown immeasurably under the Bloodline.
Representing the Bloodline from San Francisco, California, weighing in.
You are looking at the future of the Bloodline.
Man, sometimes you forget just how smash mouth Jim.
He's showing absolutely no respect for his opponent.
Yeah, and his opponent's not doing nothing about it. What's that tell you?
Nice reversal.
There's the reversal, Cole. This Joey Mercury is cocky. Unlike you, Cole, where you just kind of smell like cocky.
You want to take a moment and think about what you just said there, partner?
Oh, you're a riot. You're a regular riot. Why am I not surprised that that's the first place your mind went? I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. Man, you talk about superstars and we ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might.
They got the tag.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're gonna be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as... Did they get the tag? Yes!
Nice quick counter. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were gonna wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of bust more elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you got to do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, God! The ref's on Dream Street, Cole. Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right, Taz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives. He anticipated that move perfectly. Oh, my God. I think the referee's out, Taz.
I'll tell you, they got to start getting sturdy at refs, Cole. This kind of thing seems to happen all the time.
He may get the 3 count right here.
There's so much we don't know about the vicious Samoan bulldozer known as Umaga.
He's 6'4", 350 pounds, and he'd just as soon tear your head right off your body. What more do you need to know?
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves.
Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification. These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent. And there's the reversal. He saw that one coming. Why do they keep so many dangerous weapons under the ring? Those things can cause serious injuries.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything. So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle.
And there's the counter, Cole. Jim Neidhart is a tough son of a gun, and I doubt highly that a lot of today's superstars could hang with him in the ring.
He's got him covered.
1, 2. That was like 2.5, Cole.
It seems to me like Joey Mercury could use a serious adjustment, and he might just get it here tonight.
I think that's just wishful thinking on your part. Why are you so down on Mercury anyway? What this guy ever do to you? Whatever happened to the part of broadcasting being objective out here?
Objective? That's pretty fun.
He tagged his partner. This is dumb. Why is he risking everything by going up there? This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit. There's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky. Oh, man, there's the tag.
What a counter that was.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole. Intensity.
Watch out! Here it comes!
Super kick right in the mush. Oh.
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out? A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Well, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner,
You know what you should do, girl pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. And it could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would all... And here's the cover!
Man, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be impressed, Taz? These are some of the greatest superstars in the world, doing what they do best.
Hey, slow down, girl pants. I went into this expecting a good match. I'm just saying...
He's winding up!
Bam! Super kick! That'll take anyone down a peg. Or three.
There's the cover! Can he do it?
These WWE fans just can't... He's going up, and what goes up must come down. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
Style, Cole. This guy might not have enough to kick out.
He was one step ahead on that one. What a cowardly move. You can't win.
This could be three right here.
Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think. Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match, man.
Here it comes.
A super kick to the face. And this could be the beginning of the end.
I'm telling you, Umaga has not been around here for long. But let's face it, he's racked up some impressive victories since he showed up in the WWE.
You're not wrong, partner. He made an...
Whoa, look out!
A devastating super kick. You can take someone's head off with that. And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his chances.
Well, that depends, Cole. I mean, some guys, they go a little nuts at the sight of their own blood, and they become unstoppable.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury. To enjoy much fan support, but that hasn't slowed him down.
Well, you know the WWE fans, anytime you put a hurt on their favorite superstars, they're not happy about it. And the Anvil is good at hurting anybody.
He certainly has, and it doesn't look like he's done yet. Oh my God! Look at the blood just pouring down his face.
When these superstars just go in there and beat the holy high hell out of each other.
I don't know that I'd agree Taz. I hate to see a superstar risk a serious injury like this. He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off?
He's going for the cover, Cole.
Watching these superstars, he can pin his opponent right here. Wow, they don't get much closer than that. Joey Mercury certainly made an impact here on SmackDown, but I wonder how successful he would be if he actually made an effort to compete by the rules.
What is with your obsession with following the rules? What about this rule? Not coming on TV looking and acting like a jerk.
There's a difference between bending the rules and breaking them, Taz. Mercury has shown time and time again that he won't hesitate to do either.
Well, it's like I always say. It's not how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose. And I don't think Mercury would disagree. Man, I'm telling you, from my Ingrid, that's the way to do it. Grab a weapon from under the ring and start swinging. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion.
Now, look at that. What an underhanded move.
Hey, Cole, you know what? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is not ballet. Then again, I guess there, aren't rules in ballet either.
Is that it? No, only a 2 count. I wonder how JBL is going to try to cheat his... He's going for the pin!
I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other. Man, what a chair shot. Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them. I don't think that chair is going to be good for much after this match.
Well, it's good for what he used it for, and that's all that really matters.
These superstars are clearly giving it their all tonight. Oh my God, what a chair shot!
Yeah, and that don't tickle. Believe me, young lady. This has been a great... He can get the pin right here. I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on 1 or 2 big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something new just hit down.
It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds. Watch out. Right into the announce table.
And look at the way he's got that monitor cable wrapped tight around his throat. That's a vicious choke right there. Whoa, look out. We're going to wind up right in the middle of this shindig.
And there goes the monitor. I don't think we'll be getting any more use out of that one. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar make the kind of impact that Umaga has ever since coming to the WWE.
Oh, he's made some waves for sure. And when you're this large, it's not hard to do.
6'4" and 350 pounds. He truly lives up to his nickname, the Samoan Bulldozer.
Yeah, and if you get in his way, it don't matter how tough you are. Umaga will flatten you like nothing.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole.
Oh my God, this could be it.
Oh, man, you're not kidding.
talk about the most ruthless, remorseless superstars of all time, Jim the Anvil Neidhart's name has got to be near the top of that list.
No doubt about it there, young lady. And I know the pennyweights like you consider that a bad thing. But me, I love watching Anvil do his thing in the ring. Listen closely. Unlike you, this Joey Mercury is a stud, pure and simple. This guy's a pure, great athlete. This kid can go. You are an idiot. There's the tag, Cole.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability.
Looks like a tag to me.
This Umaga is a monster, plain and simple. I have no earthly idea why he's allowed to compete on Raw.
Come on, what are you talking about? Don't be such a pansy. I know I'm not the only fan of Umaga's smash-mouth style.
I have no problem with that. As you said many times, this isn't ballet. But I don't think Umaga's here to compete. I think he's here to hurt people as badly as he can. I don't think there's ever been a more feared or brutal competitor than this man, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
The Anvil got his name for a reason. He can take a hammering and come back for more.
There's no disputing his toughness, Taz, but I question whether...
He's 3 seconds away from a win.
Wow, I thought he had the pin for sure. I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect?
I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there.
What an incredible match we've seen so far.
And it ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't.
Here's the pin. This could be it. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
No joke, Cole. These guys know what they're doing. Hence the word, trained professionals. I think he's gonna fly, Cole. He's going for the pin, Cole.
It makes me sick when I think of some of the things Joey Mercury has gotten away with around here. He's never met a rule he wouldn't break.
Yeah, but there's no denying it's paying off for him. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten the teeth. Deal?
These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth.
No doubt, Cole. These WWE superstars put their bodies on the line night after night.
And the fans sell out these arenas night after night, Taz. Sounds like a pretty fair trade to me. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and
Look out! The referee's been knocked out!
And this is where things start getting a little interesting, Cole. There goes the ref. Well, I Might as well chuck the rule book out the window now.
And that also means that there's no one to call a pinfall or submission. I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Won't surprise me one bit, Cole. It's a great match, and the fans are way into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. I know you're just trying to be diplomatic, but you can't seriously sit there and say that there's anyone on a Raw roster you'd want to have here on SmackDown. I'll tell you, I've never been at Samoa, but after watching Umaga in action, I'm not in a hurry to go.
You and me both, partner. We've heard that Umaga is one of a kind, and for the sake of the rest of the WWE superstars, let's hope that's true. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'm talking about getting something as a broadcast partner. We'll talk about that another day.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that...
And there's the pin!
Here comes the head of the table, the Tribal Chief.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Bloodline from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the